Welcome to 24-Hour Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Coming out of this video, you can already see by the title, I really just have two questions. Should we be worried about Brock Purdy? And did the Dallas Cowboys have a scheme with Dan Quinn that the Philadelphia Eagles can follow? Did they lay out the blueprint to beat the 49ers? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Why did the 49ers struggle offensively throughout this game? Why couldn't Brock Purdy get into his rhythm? And why couldn't they surprisingly run the football? But we're not going to do too much talking. I want to get into this. Let's roll the tape. It's hard to ever say that a defensive coordinator can outcoach Kyle Shanahan, but I think Dan Quinn had his defense ready right here. This is on the first drive of the game. We just see Micah Parsons getting a beat to the screen. Brock Purdy having to come off of that read, and now he don't got nowhere to go with the football. The offensive lineman is getting off of this block because he's trying to get out ahead and block for the screen, but it's not there. Ends up in a sack. This got their first drive dead. And going into halftime, Kyle Shanahan, he spoke to reporters. He talked about how we have to block better on the offensive line. Everybody, George Kittle, Kyle Juszczyk. And I thought the right side of the offensive line was the side that got bullied. The unsung hero for Dallas was Jonathan Hankins. He came in middle of the season trying to get some help in the run game. Didn't really pan out, injuries, certain things here or there. But in this game, Jonathan Hankins, I think he has a spot on this team next season because he was dominant in the middle of the field. On the right side of the field, we see DeMarcus Lawrence, Mike McGlinchey in the right guard. Nobody can stop DeMarcus Lawrence in this game. It couldn't happen. Right, the third play, right here, we more so focused on the defensive line rather than the coverage. We got a stunt by DeMarcus Lawrence. Look at Micah Parsons and look how he drags Trent Williams down into this formation. So now all DeMarcus Lawrence can do is loop around. Works out beautifully. Brock Purdy, he's not unathletic, but to ask him to run away from Micah Parsons in the market, that's not going to happen. Jonathan Gannon, this game is on you. The blueprint is in your face. But right here, we see Donovan Wilson coming down. He's jumping on any route coming across the middle. So obviously Brock Purdy knows that he has to come off of that side of the field. Now you're looking at Christian McCaffrey. That's good coverage. We got Malik Hooker over the top. We got Trayvon Diggs, trail technique. Nowhere to go with this football. Great stunt. Beautiful. And right here, this is so frustrating. This got points off the board. We see the San Francisco 49ers motion out the quads. This, and by no excuse should this play not work. 5-on-5. We got 5 in the box, 5 offensive linemen. We got 4-on-4 on the quad side. Brock Purdy should be walking into this end zone. And if not, the only guy he should have to make miss is Donovan Wilson. But it doesn't work like that. And once again, pat yourself on the back, Dan Quinn, because this is beautiful. We got that defensive tackle lined up in a 2-eye, so the center can't reach that because he's already on his inside shoulder. That's an extremely hard block to make for anybody. So, therefore, the guard has to block down on this, and we're letting the center go free to that safety. It's not going to work like that. Right guard gets whipped. Play is dead. And again, more so than the coverage, let's focus on what we don't see. Let's focus on what on the TV they don't show and what they don't talk about. Right here, pre-snap, we see Trayvon Diggs and Malik Hooker communicating. We see him doing a little hand motion. We see Trayvon Diggs doing a hand motion. This is telling me that if I get a vertical threat, I got you over the top. And because I'm playing outside leverage, I'm breaking on any outside route. Right here, we see exactly that. We see Malik Hooker in that area. So if he was to come off vertically, then he can come over the top of that, and Trayvon Diggs would be trailing, essentially seeing what we see on the other side with the bracket. We see that corner trailing, and then we see that other safety over the top. That's what we would see on the other side. Across the board, the rest of the guys, everybody's manned up. He throw it to George Kittle, but you don't get much of anything here. And it's just we playing man on man. We're covering you and we got safety help, so that's not going to work. You have to block my offensive line, and this is what the offense is predicated on. But right here with this route concept, schematically, you're dead. Now, this right here, this is a little different. This is one thing I want to show that went well for the 49ers and what throws a wrench in this type of scheme for Dallas. I wonder how Philly is going to play this. I wonder how they're going to look against this scheme. But when you got George Kittle hand in the dirt, we can't really play inside leverage. We can't really play head up. We have to play outside leverage, especially if I'm the safety guarding him man on man, because of the run responsibility. If they could easily run the ball to the outside right here, and because we know that, now I got to get that safety off. I got to get him outside leverage, and that just opens it up when you're playing man coverage and you got one safety over the top. Now that opens you up to the liability of getting George Kittle running posts in breaking routes things of that nature. And the safety, he's in a bind because it's a matter of what you're willing to give up. All my guys with real football IQ, you're going to love this play. Football is such a chess match and nobody really talks about it down to this level. But let's look at this. We got man coverage and we got two linebackers buzzing. Call it a double buzz, whatever you want to call it. When I say buzz, I mean the linebackers are buzzing their feet. You can either say they're spying or you could just say they're playing a low hole to the middle of the field. But they don't really have a true responsibility here other than buzz their feet, hit anybody in the mouth that's running across your face, stuff of that nature. But so now, but look at the alignment though. Look at Leighton Vander Esch. It's tricky because you run with number 3 a little bit. And this is the trick Brock Purdy on this play. The wrong quarterback at the wrong time will throw a pick. And right here, we got another chess match. Dan Quinn running a stunt at this time. You know that it's going to be a screen. So you send Micah Parsons to the inside. You send that other tackle to the outside. This throws off the throwing lane of Brock Purdy. Again, he's not the biggest guy, so he can't really see over that. That's a tough angle to throw from. And Leighton Vander Esch just being physical at the point of attack. Even if he got this ball off in a good manner, Leighton Vander Esch is making that tackle. But the real hero of this play is the stunt that Dan Quinn called to get in the throwing lane of the screen. Again. This is coaching. I'm telling you, it's the stuff we don't see on TV, the stuff nobody talk about. But if you really know, if you know, you know. Right here, we got 3x2 is man coverage. I done said that how many times this video. This is what they love to do. And I really want to hear this in the comments. If you understand why I'm so excited over this play, why I like this play more than any of them, comment and let me know, because that means we got that connection. Right here, this is a screen drill. This is what we work in practice. I'm telling you, that's what they did all week in practice because the 49ers love screens. Leighton Vander Esch, when he sees number 2 go inside, he's not over pursuing that. He's staying. He feels that block coming on his inside shoulder, and he's staying firm. Javon Curse, he gets off of that track and doesn't overrun the angle. He stays right there. So look, we got one blocker, we got 2 guys, but it's not supposed to work like that. The 49ers, they trying to outthink you before you even think. That's what they're trying to do. Either Leighton Vander Esch is going to crash down inside or Javon Curse is going to crash over the top. And either way, Christian McCaffrey, he has to read this off the screen, go right or go left. But they don't do that. They play it so sound. Leighton Vander Esch, like I said, they playing this so perfect to a T. The play is dead. I think the Dallas Cowboys have shown something that the Philadelphia Eagles can take and capitalize off of. It's going to be on Jonathan Gannon, but man. Dallas and Dan Quinn came out with a perfect game plan, and Dak Prescott said, no, not today, I don't want to win. To see more videos like this, check out my series, Roll the Tape. This is where we break down all 22 film, looking at the best games of the week, the best teams, and your favorite players.